Hello, everybody. Say hello to some Slime Forest at the top. Yeah. Like it. Gotta pop out chat. It's the Clout Route Morning Show. 16. Can you believe it? 16. I say it every time. Holy shit. Nice to see Formal and Cam in the chat. Nice to see you guys. Sorry to abruptly end the music, but whatever. We're in it. What's up? I'm a little early. Slightly early. You know how it is. But we are here. And today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. No, not really. I mean, I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to talk about. Like, tons of stuff happened this week that I'd love to cover with Kev. Little things here and there, but, you know.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
I hope it's not too early for the K word. Jeez, man. You might have just lost me there, Sam Hyde. I mean, I'm not surprised. I think he's, like, demonetized everywhere. But, point being, Sam Hyde today. We're going to get into, oh, you know it, lad. All of the favorite stuff. That clip in particular. A little bit of that. He's got a lot of drama going on right now, obviously, with this creator clash stuff. And I thought, let's look into some Sam Hyde stuff. It's fun. I don't know a lot about him. Besides that he's like crazy, unhinged. I was reading like his Wikipedia a little bit. There's some stuff about, I didn't know. Well, okay, I did and I didn't. I did know that he had an Adult Swim show, but it kind of fades in and out of memory. But he had an Adult Swim show, lots of stuff on YouTube, obviously. A big influence on people like Ethan Klein, iDubbbz, yada yada. A lot of the comedian YouTubers that I watched on YouTube back in the day. So, I mean, Sam Hyde, he's an influential guy, crazy guy, but I don't know a lot about his content. So we're going to look at a couple things. We're going to look at his Twitter a lot because that's some crazy stuff. And then, after some Sam Hyde, there's some Tommy C. Harley from Epic Mealtime drama going on Twitter that I thought was hilarious, that I definitely want to get to if we can. And then, last but not least, if we get to it, I did another one of those dumb tier lists. Since everybody's doing a commentary tier list, I figured, what the hell? I'll put one together real quick, even though it wasn't real quick and it took me all morning. But we're going to get into maybe a tier list. The funny thing was, when I did the tier list, I forgot that Kevin and I had used Tier Maker, the tier list thing that people have been using. We've used it before, and I had an account, and I had I had a tier list already there. And I was like, what the fuck tier list is this? And I'm checking it out, and it's like a celebrity thing. So I thought that it would be hilarious if if we get to it, to hit that like celebrity weird. I mean, it wasn't even celebrity. It was like people we had talked about on the podcast at that point. It had to be one of the earliest episodes, 5 or 6 in. And we did like a tier list of who we had talked about so far, and that's what it was about. So maybe we'll look at that. That's kind of funny. Hope everybody got some coffee this morning. I need it, let me tell you. And let's get into some Sam Hyde. I'm sure that his antics will go perfectly with coffee. I guess I should probably drop in the Discord that I'm live. We live. See, this, now I go preemptively and make the stream. And I feel lazy then, and I don't have to do all the other stuff, like share the links out again. But I feel like I have to do double time work if I plan the stream. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into some Sam Hyde, okay? And the first thing, like I played earlier, the clip of Sam calling out Hassan after a boxing match. And this is the only boxing match I believe that he's been in and won. I mean, like, at least his Wikipedia said something about his record was 1 knockout, and I think it was this guy, and that's it. So this is all he's done so far. He is a big, beefy son of a gun, I will tell you that. I mean, look at this beefcake. He's huge. So I can't deny the fact that he's a big old boy. And he could probably knock some people around, especially some of these people he calls out. Hassan versus Sam would be an epic battle of, like, fucking... somebody might die.
Anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker?
I'm coming to kill you. I can't play too much of that because I'm pretty sure that they claim me on that. That fucking Dazin or whatever. Not even Sam Hyde, but the fucking dumb boxing motherfuckers. But yes, that's where the clip comes from, that boxing match. Mr. Sam Hyde. That's one of the first times that, like, maybe not the first time me and Kevin talked about Sam, but definitely one of the first times that we, like, looked at something of his and laughed, because the first time we talked about him was actually back in the day, towards the start. People were claiming that we were copying fucking their name, because our Twitch name was $1 Million Goozy, which I wore this for context. It's the Goozy, so real ones know. But $1 Million Goozy was the name of, like, the umbrella, I guess, that we were gonna do Clout Route under. But I think we've disregarded all that. We're not on Twitch anymore. I changed the name of the of the YouTube page. It's no more $1 Million Goozy. It really wasn't because of $1 Million Extreme or whatever that Sam does, but somebody did mention that, and I was like, well, yeah, that's an even better reason to get rid of it. It was more so confusion, having two, like, we had $1 Million Goozy as the overhead, and then Clout Route was underneath. It was more of the confusion of, like, what is this? What am I subscribing to when I subscribe to $1 Million Goozy? Branding is what we're talking about, so we're all Clout Route now. Clout Route presents, baby. You know how it is. Anyhow, $1 Million Extreme is Sam's little group of miscreants, his little, like, production company, I guess. So that is that. And I've got a funny opener tweet I said here. We can check this out together. So the reason why we're going to look at this, it's of Aiden Ross, actually, which is funny enough. We'll probably watch this on Sunday with Kev. The tweet says, ta-ta, 200 to the person that can do this to Hassan with the Sam Hyde post-match boxing speech. So essentially, Aiden here gets tricked into looking at his sister's OnlyFans in this clip. And so this tweet says that someone should trick Hassan into watching the Sam Hyde, oh, you know it, lad, on stream. Because I don't think he likes to acknowledge the whole Sam Hyde thing. Maybe because he's a Nazi, but maybe because he's scared. I don't know. I do know that the clips I've seen of Hassan talking about Sam Hyde, he is referred to him as a Nazi. I mean, that doesn't mean you're a Nazi, because Hassan says so. Of course not. But I mean, anybody can call anybody a Nazi, and then I look at the person like, okay, so why is he calling you a Nazi? Why is she calling you a Nazi? And you can easily disprove that, of course. Or not. I mean, if Sam Hyde's got any swastikas, then I'm going to say probably Nazi. I mean, I don't know all the facts yet, so that's what we're getting into here. But anyways, let's watch this Aiden clip. This cracks me up. There he goes. He gets the clip of his sister.
I'm not even joking, bro. That shit is just too far, bro. All shit aside, that shit is way too fucking far, bro.
Malding.
Y'all literally just went too fucking far with that one, bro.
Damn.
That's not even funny, bro. Y'all just literally showed me my naked sister with nut on her back, bro.
With nut on her back, bro. I mean, I feel like that is soundbite material right there. Y'all just I had to make a mental brain note of this. That last part there has to be a soundbite. I feel like that's a very usable one, too.
Show me my naked sister with nut on her back, bro.
My naked sister with nut on her back, bro. Oh, God. How depraved. What the fuck? Oh, man. Some of the stuff that you can do on Kick, you don't even know. Get on Kick now if you want to look at your sister's OnlyFans. They don't care. They're cool with it. They're cool with it. So, like I was saying, as we're taking a deep dive into Sam Hyde, we'll look at some of the stuff he's done. I'm going to check chat out real quick to see what up. We've got Formal Ghost saying Sam Hyde is my best friend. Good. You can explain some stuff to me then, Formal. Pop off in the chat with your info. Team Rocket Camp says, ooh, what up, dude? Kev Nevick, what the hell is a gobbledygoozy? What's a wahooey goozy? What's a buffalooey gooey? You know what I'm saying? Doggo says, where's my grilled cheese? Poland Spring says, Danny had no idea how to run a brand. He still doesn't. The show is basically a Teddy Fresh ad. He's not even getting paid for it. It's very true. I mean, I should. I need to reach out. This is not soundbite material. It's just disturbing. Stop being perverted, Danny. Okay. I'll bend to the needs of chat right now. We'll move on from Aiden. The old perverted kick. If I could talk. Perverted kick clips. No more. Okay, I get it. Let's move on. I was saying Sam had a show on Adult Swim. And we will look at the IMDb here. Get the fuck out. Okay. Ignore the dumb Hulu ad. Thanks, Hulu. Poland's right. I need to hit all these people up for money. $1 Million Extreme presents World Peace. So essentially this is like they had like a 6-episode run of a sketch show, popular sketch group is comprised of Sam Hyde, Charles Carroll, Nick Rocafort, which we'll all look at all those people, and some more people, I'm sure. It says a satirical vision largely set in a post-apocalyptic world. Now, I never watched any of this, and I haven't had a chance to yet. I mean, definitely might be interested if we see good things in this deep dive today, or not deep dive, shallow dive. But yes, he's always with this Charles Carroll and Nick Rocafort. So I wanted to check them out too. Let's click on their IMDb's. I mean, Nick Rocafort. No pictures, no nothing, just this. He's got a short in 2022, Daughter University, Scuffed Realtor. I mean, these are all like shorts that he did with Sam Hyde, I think. So these guys are all in cahoots. Basically, those two are like his comedy trio. His AB and Dan to Ethan. Because I feel like these guys stand opposed to each other, too. Like, not that I think Sam Hyde, it's obviously Keemstar is Ethan's foil. But I think Sam Hyde stands on like the same ground as Keemstar, where like he more so is in opposition to the kind of things that people like Ethan Klein and Hassan or whoever else. I mean, a lot of people that are on the bottom of community commentary community tier lists these days. It's usually you like Sam Hyde and Keem and them, and you don't like Ethan and Hassan in them, kind of. You land on one side or the other, usually. Or you're like me and you consume them all, and I get to talk shit about them all, too. I mean, I consume some in small doses, that's for sure. And some in bigger. But, yeah, so this was the $1 Million Extreme thing, and I've also got this guy, and even more so, I want to look up the picture of this Nick Rockefeller guy too, because I thought he was goofy looking on the streams with Sam. But this guy, you will see, Neptune here, Jet Neptune, he is also in a bunch of Sam stuff, and he'll be in on a lot of these streams that we're looking. So Jet Neptune here. If I go to Google and type in Nick, you can see a picture of him. You're going to see the Rogues Gallery here. Or not Rogues Gallery. It's the wrong wordage. That's my wordage. You're going to see the Motley Crew, the group. That's Nick. The other guy is Jet Neptune. And then we're going to watch some of these clips. These are the guys we'll be getting familiar with. Yeah. Let's see if chat has anything to say about any of these characters. I'm late. What's Danny up to? Kia Cat, we are looking at Sam Hyde stuff at the moment, lurking, but just saying hi to everyone. What's up, Vault Wander? So, yeah. Let's check out Sam's Twitter, because this is where everything's popping off this week. I mean, some of the stuff I probably shouldn't show, but we'll go through a little bit. I like this. He makes himself look like a nut job. But okay, so if we scroll down through here, now I don't want to show all of his shit, but obviously he's sharing out a lot of Froggy Fresh's stuff because, you know, in the Creator Clash drama right now with Froggy Fresh getting ejected, some of the reason, I guess, hinges on Sam Hyde. Whether or not people want to believe that, I don't know. You know, I'm sure Anissa and iDubbbz would disagree that it really doesn't have anything to do with Sam Hyde, although Sam Hyde's shit-talking probably doesn't help Froggy Fresh's situation. I do want to look at some of these. So here's his reaction to the Creator Clash's most recent Froggy Fresh explanation. And he says, "This is such an insanely bad read. It would have been 100 times better just to ignore it and not even mention it. It's time to take the absinthe away from drunk Anissa." So he's really in that mindset that this is all Anissa's mastermind and like she's obsessing over it, which could be very true or not. I don't know. I mean, nobody really knows the behind the scenes. You can kind of guess and paint your own little picture here, which is obviously what Sam's doing, but he reacts to it again down here. "This actually puts the matter to bed for me personally, handled with taste and not in a vague corporate way at all. Glad I can move on and actually enjoy these star-studded fights featuring," looks at notes, confusedly, "Jack Manifold and Abelina Sabrina." So I wanted to read that one in particular because we get a little pot shot in there. Abelina Sabrina fucking blocking my ass. I would totally not be down for Sam's low blow there, saying she's irrelevant, but you know, when you block the Clout route on Twitter, I sometimes I'm just gonna let some of those things fly, man. Some of that shit talking is is fun stuff. So speaking of fun stuff, shit talking, we'll step away from Sam's Twitter a little bit, and I want to look at his actual response from him, a little bit of it at least, on the Creator Clash stuff. He's kind of funny. It made me laugh, so we'll look at it. So here is Mr. Hyde, and yes, he scares me. He kind of looks like Waldo.
What a nightmare situation.
It is quite a mess.
He's crazy.
Crazy. These people are crazy. It's the
So obviously we're going right into him talking about iDubbbz and Anissa and all this shit. I actually put a timestamp, I thought, but I guess I didn't. So let's go.
Chickens have come home to roost for fake nice guys.
Yeah.
Which is what this is. This is a fake nice guy
Okay.
epidemic is what this is.
Also, I want to note that he's probably like stoned out of his mind right now. That's the vibe I'm getting, is like he smoked a couple bongs, so it takes him a little bit to collect his thoughts. Maybe like me. Especially some of these mornings when I don't have coffee.
This iDubbbz gentleman, I don't know if you know about him. But he's he's one of these guys. Yo! So I can start a fire here on my mouse pad.
So this yo that keeps going on during the clip is like his alerts. And when I was watching this clip the first time, like researching a little bit, my wife kept being like, who the fuck is that yelling? Like, it's just his alerts.
He's one of these guys, Jet, who is all about being nice and saying things like, oh, he's just the nicest guy. This is just the nicest group of people. These are just the nicest, but under the skin, ain't nothing nice.
So he's essentially, his point here is like, yeah, I mean, you heard it. He thinks that they're all fake. Now, I don't know necessarily when it comes to people like Sam Hyde. Obviously very confrontational, very forward with his thoughts, abrasive. People I don't think vibe with him a lot. So I don't know it's worse to be fake about it, right? Because if you're fake and gross, you put on the facade that you're a nice person most of the time, but deep down you're doing things to be disgusting. I don't know if that's worse than just being outright like, ugh, crazy and disgusting. I don't know. What's worse? The fakeness is worse. I think we can all agree on that. But that doesn't mean I'm necessarily agreeing with what he's saying about Anissa and iDubbbz. I don't know if they're the way he's painting, but yeah, it's a struggle for me to kind of think what's worse, just being plain old shitty, because then I can avoid you if I want to or not, whatever, or being fake shitty, and then I kind of have to suss it out myself and decide. But that's how you should be with everybody, right? Suss it out and decide. I don't know. Let's continue. Let me stop pausing.
Zombie under
It's zombie under skin. It's
Zombie
under
under
there.
skin.
Meanwhile,
Anissa and iDubbbz.
you got people like me. I'm not even going to say the thing I did for charity recently.
No, you're not, are you?
Generous, and I was shocked.
In all seriousness, I did do something recently that was quite a monetary. It wasn't that much of a setback. And you know what? If I take credit for it, what does this air button mean? Do we need that on?
Flex, dude.
We'll just turn the air off.
I did something, and I'm not gonna really say it. I did, but it really wasn't even that bad of a monetary.
Hurt you. So if I gain public goodie points for what I did, it's not going to be virtuous anymore.
I can't tell what's a
Clout
joke and what's not half the
just
time with
ignore
him
that.
too.
Edit that
Like
part
if he's
out.
playing stuff
I did
up.
something bad. I didn't do something good.
Like whatever.
Do you think Froggy's going to accept Misfits' offer to fight with them?
I think, and people are also some of the people that have spoken up in support of Creator Clash are like, why is Froggy mad or whatever?
Thank you.
I think my impression that I got, and I haven't talked to him at length, is just that Froggy's been like mistreated. Yeah. Like they gave him like a little bit of cash. They gave him $15,000 for I think he's been training for 9 months.
See,
or
this
something.
was an interesting point.
They gave him not enough money, like to prep to.
I can't obviously say whether he's right or not. Like 15,000 is enough or not or whatever. But I mean, that's what this lawsuit everyone's talking about. Like Def Noodles was saying. Def Noodles put up this big thumbnail saying Anissa and iDubbbz are suing Froggy Fresh. I'm not sure if that's a finalized thing, but I think it all hinges on this money. Now, Sam says that 15K isn't enough to do this whole training thing, which I'm not sure if that's true or not, if anyone can verify that. I mean, I don't know what it usually takes, but I am curious, like, what is, because when Anissa and iDubbbz kind of describe this on H3 and on other things that I've seen them appear on, they talk about how they're very close with everyone, reach out to everyone step by step, you know, are very involved with the whole process. So what is it? And they said that, and I believe them kind of, but then when you hear this, and this is Sam's read, oh, he just got money, and then they call him every few months to see if training's going well. I just want to know what the truth is there. Like, what is the actual process with all that? Was it different for Froggy Fresh? Did he not get updates, you know, with Anissa and iDubbbz as much as everyone else because he wasn't, you know, a favorite, or because he was goofing around from the whole time and they weren't really sure about his vibe? Like, I don't know. It'd be interesting if somebody actually came out and spoke on their behalf that was like official, Anissa, iDubbbz, someone. I mean, obviously they can share all these notes on, I think we're done watching this anyways. They can share all these notes on Twitter and stuff saying, you know, oh, blah, 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 this whole block of text, you know. Froggy Fresh is leaving, yada, yada, yada. They donate to his charities. Let's continue. It's all about the fights and the charities. Yeah, whatever. I just want to hear one of them come out and talk about it. You know, this is one thing, PR covered, blah, blah, blah. But like, come out on somebody's show or something, or come on the Clout route and spill your guts. Let's hear what the process is for every person. What was the process for Froggy Fresh? Why did it happen this way? I mean, I feel like they need to explain a little bit. And if not, like I've been trying to spread on Twitter, what I wanted it to be is a big fucking play up. And they let Froggy Fresh back in, and this has all been a fucking Harley blowing up on everybody on Twitter has been a big thing to drum up drama. This lawsuits here, lawsuits there. Will they, won't they have him? Blah, blah, blah. You know, this is wrestling, right? Hype. Yeah. I'm fucking psyched that they're fucking causing all this drama, right? I mean, roll with it. I don't know. That's what I thought was going to happen eventually, but it doesn't seem it's going to go that way. Seems like Froggy Fresh is fucked. It's still drama and hype up for the show, I guess. It just seems like there are a lot of people that are like, fuck it, I'm not even going to watch now. Fuck the Creator Clash kind of thing. So, I don't know. Who knows? Let's check out chat. Blocked the Clout route. Very rude. Yes. And Abelina Sabrina blocked the Clout route. The Kraut route, too, probably, if there was such a thing. The Kraut route? That's like, what? I think that's a slur. The sauerkraut route. But yes, Sabrina blocked me after the Bobby Lee Tijuana thing. Whoops, I guess she didn't like that. I want to be ninja. She's not a fan of Bobby Lee's comedy, apparently, or the Tijuana joke. Me either, really. Let's not nut on her back. I like that. Don't clip that out. I almost had to block Clout route because Danny was spreading disturbing lies about me, but I have too much integrity to block. Well, I appreciate that. I don't typically spread lies about too many people on Twitter, but thank you for not blocking me. Mel, nice to see you. Poland Springs is fluffy confirmed. Anyways, let's continue. Froggy has said they are suing in the second Twitter space, but Ian has not said anything. I think Froggy said that they implied they could sue. The joke Froggy made was so not that bad. Anissa's mom's comments were so much worse, Hash says. Now that is something, when me and Kevin were looking at it, that I kind of agreed with. Like, maybe it's relentless and like Froggy has just been constantly letting them down over and over again, and they finally decided to cut ties on this one, you know, whatever. I don't know. That's why they need to come out and explain it a little bit more, because it does seem a little personal. I mean, iDubbbz, I think, needs to, unless he wants people to make their own decisions and then they won't watch or whatever, or they will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it affects the whole event. But the scare tactics with like saying they're going to sue him or I don't know if they even are saying they're going to sue him, but, none of this looks good. They need to come out and make a statement, I think. And it would be so much more content for us. I could watch iDubbbz fumble over fucking his apology. I hope that iDubbbz comes out with a Trisha Paytas style on the kitchen floor, hands and knees, crying. I'm sorry, Froggy Fresh. I'm sorry. Okay? We'll see. We'll see how all that goes. Anyways, so moving on with more of this shit, back to Twitter a bit. Sam had this kind of shit does make me laugh, but it's like, this is where it gets all crazy. We got Bobby here.
Wet ass furries with deep wet pussies.
Bobby,
A false
stop!
pussy cock.
No, stop it. Nathan Barnett, aka Dad, deleted both of his Twitters in response to Sam Hyde challenging him to box for charity. Now, we've got some of the tweets here. Sam Hyde says, "If I lose 70 pounds, I will be totally weakened and skeletalized, probably unable to tie my own shoes." Basically, he's saying, I'll lose 70 pounds. Dad can gain 30. They'll fight at 200. And Sam obviously pledged a bunch of money and personal shit. He said like cash in his car or something. And he said he'll go offline forever if he loses and yada, yada, yada. Here's more. Unsurprisingly, trash content creator Dad / Nathan Barnett has declined my offer. Let's up the ante. I'll do $250K cash. His car. This is a car, right? GT3 RS. I don't know. You tell me. I'm not a car guy or motorcycle or whatever the fuck. That's $500K for charity. Funkos or whatever you want. I mean, the relentless Funko jokes. I mean, come on. I'm glad I took those off the set back there. Holy shit, dude. I already have a hard enough time with Teddy Fresh. If I had Funkos still in the shot, I'd be getting shit every day. But then Nathan and Dad deleted. Now, is this still the case? Dad feels? Looks like that's not there. And Nathan. Oh, it looks like Nathan Barnett's there. So, okay. Nathan Barnett has been reinstated. Maybe all the tweets have been deleted. So, I guess he did that. Good. You brought back your personal account. He deleted the Dad one. He's probably like, oh, I was planning on deleting the Dad one this whole time. The Nathan thing was an accident. I wish you would say that. But I thought that was hilarious. Sam does have this. I mean, it's because he's a fucking giant monster beast. This dude is huge. Would tower over me, would monster over me. Muscle mass boxing coach dude, okay? I mean, yeah, he has this uncanny ability to get Ian and Anissa to fucking cuck over and never speak of him again. Hassan, he triggers Hassan. Now, I mean, there are obvious reasons. They all have their own reasons, but he gets Hassan to block him and spurg out about it. And then, yeah, now Dad's another victim of him, like, doing this big huff and puff, and then somebody runs scared. I mean, obviously, if he came after the Clout route, I mean, there'd be a certain extent I'd play it up. If he said, oh, you know it, lad, I'm coming to Ohio to kill you at your house, then I might start thinking things, But I don't know. Sam is just such a intimidating character. I wouldn't want to fuck around with him either. Save me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. To worsen the dad blow here, somebody is undercover in the Discordian world. This is so nuts. Never mind everything else, just the I'm making a movie line. Far out, brother, which it is kind of funny, but there's a whole Discord chat. Somebody brought up the Sam Hyde thing to Nathan Barnett in his Discord, it must be. And at first, this is just all bad looking weird, I think, but whatever. You can take it genuine or not. Nathan says, who? Like he didn't know. Like, oh, okay. And then somebody says Sam Hyde, and he's like, oh, now, okay. But the big point of this whole conversation is somebody clipped this Discord chat out, and it says at the bottom, nah, I have stuff I'm doing, making a movie later this year, not doing YouTube stuff, and being involved with negative people. If I box again, it will be with someone I respect and am friends with. Which, fair enough. It seems like that's the way he's went so far, is he's only boxed people that he's cool with. I mean, I don't know what I would like more. To box somebody I'm cool with or to box somebody I hate. I mean, obviously, I would probably go harder on someone I hate, right? But that's not necessarily what you're trying to do in boxing, is it? Are you trying to just obliterate? Because, I mean, if we're just doing all hate fodder, then, yeah, they're fucking up at the Creator Clash because none of these people hate each other. They all are friends. But I didn't think that the whole thing of the sport isn't to kill each other, right? In Minecraft. What do I know? I'm not a you won't catch me in the ring with anybody. Not unless I got paid. I'd go in the ring if I got paid a lot of money. It would have to be a life-changing amount of money to get me in the ring with anyone, but no one's asking, so don't worry about that. To, go even deeper, because we always do. Happy Punch. Sam Hyde proposed dropping 70 and 100K to fight Dad, and then they put this little promo thing up, like each of their boxing pictures, and it's like, when you see them next to each other like that, they both look insane, and it does sound interesting, for sure. I would love to see them go at it, but, I mean, I have a hard time seeing anyone go toe-to-toe with Sam Hyde and I get crushed like a fucking pop can. He's so insane looking. Casey Tron, a Twitch streamer, weighed in on all this stuff, and this was kind of more along the lines of what I had heard of him prior to, what we've looked at today and some of the stuff I hear from his friends and himself. But this is more of the vibe that I heard about Sam Hyde prior to all this. Casey Tron says, Sam Hyde, and this is in response to Bo Black's, by the way. Bo Black's getting some Twitter gains on all this Creator Clash shit. I'm sure that he always pops off when it's something commentary adjacent or feeds from commentary. Anyways, Casey Tron says, Sam Hyde is an alt-right Nazi, and I'm glad he wasn't allowed on the stage. Why don't they just donate the charity money regardless? Oh, because it's not about charity. It's about their egos and putting a price on having the right to degrade women / be a Nazi. The garbage of the internet still commenting on this post and crying about how nobody likes them or wants them around. Literal incel basement dweller, neckbeards filling up my notifications with their fucking stupidity. Now, Casey Tron's talking about commentary community people. Or people of the like that flock in those crowds. The incels think I'm an ugly fat woman who should make them a sandwich. Oh no, what will I do? Imagine being an ugly fucking piece of shit loser living in your mother's basement, terminally online, never had a GF, thinking of women online, care that you only... Thinking women online only... Yep, nope, can't read it. Thinking women online care that you think that they are ugly. Casey Tron sounding off. Casey Tron... Sorry, brain malfunction there. Casey Tron sounding off. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I heard about him. Now, obviously, I said, I never cared to investigate. I've never been a fan of Sam. Never really cared to be. Never really cared to go in on him too hard. Just sometimes when he goes, oh, you know it, lad, I can definitely laugh at that. So, in the process of searching here, I found some other Sam things. If I go 15 seconds into this video, we can hear him talk about Charlie, Moist Critical, and the Sneeko thing. And I thought this was kind of funny. So let's listen to Sam on Charlie and Sneeko.
Would win, Sneeko or Charlie? I love this stream.
Charlie would win if I trained him. because I would teach him to brutalize and maim. But as it stands right now, just because of body weight, probably Sneeko.
Which, I mean, yeah, if you look at Charlie and Sneeko, I think Charlie would even agree. Charlie's just like a skinny guy that plays video games. Sneeko's just like a skinny, happens to be taller. Maybe, I don't even think he works out more. I think they both work out kind of as hobbies. So neither of them have like complete muscle mass up on the other, I think. I think it's just height and reach. Charlie, I think, is shorter than I am. And Sneeko's definitely taller than I am, just from I've seen. So, yeah, there's probably a big height difference that makes that crazy.
Unless Sneeko is like just
You don't
a
need to
woman.
see his
He might. I don't know. I haven't seen him move around. But
See, unless Sneeko's like a woman, I don't know. I haven't seen him move around. So unless he's a woman, of course, Sneeko, then, you know, he should beat Charlie's ass, unless he's a woman.
I could train Charlie to beat his ass though. And I
Are they
will.
actually trying to fight?
Train
Is there
Charlie
any
to
fight?
beat
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not even trying to fight anyways. I just never knew that Sam was so into this boxing thing. Like here, he's talking about it. Obviously, I can train him. He trained Harley last year, I guess, partly for his Creator Clash thing. He's been training Froggy. He's been doing boxing stuff for a while, and I didn't know that. But when I saw that, I kind of got the idea.
Portuguese.
And then when I watched some of these Instagram video compilation clips here, he does a lot of boxing stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is his thing then. He's been into boxing and likes that for a long time, before even this Creator Clash thing or blah blah blah. I think that he's been into that for a while. We'll look at a little compilation here of Sam. Maybe move on to this. Yes, we'll move on to the Harley and Tommy C thing, and then probably get out of here. But I want to look at chat before we go any further. Let's see, because I know a lot of people have opinions about Mr. Samuel Hyde. There we go. Brighten it up in here a little bit. I should have kept my sunglasses on. Let's see. Imp is a very derogatory term. Yeah, we had Maureen, I guess was her name, Anissa's mother, saying that, yeah, Froggy Fresh was an imp. So, I mean, I do agree that, like, somebody should have had... There's something going on there with Anissa's mother and being on social media and involved in that kind of stuff. Like, your mom, you should have texted your mom immediately and been like, get the heck out of here. No. Harley tried to say he doxed her mom, but she has been Anissa's mod since 2016. Has a public article about her and a history of fighting with randoms. Interesting. So, if what Doggo says here in chat is a true thing, which I would believe it is, it's Doggo, of course, with the true facts, spitting facts. That seems believable. Froggy Fresh knew that it was Anissa's mom. Maybe not everybody did. And I guess that counts as doxing, right? When you know something about somebody that they have maybe not made clear to everyone, and he put her on blast. Now, if she's been Anissa's mod since 2016, there's something to that. I mean, that's a long time for people to figure it out, if they hadn't already, you know. Public articles and history of fighting with random. So I guess Anissa's mom getting doxed is kind of weak because she's been actively online and doing stuff with Anissa for a long time. So interesting. Poland says, Danny, when you're going to box Kevin? Me and Kevin, not going to box. Kevin would beat me up, dude. I mean, in boxing, maybe not in like, I mean, like I can get down and dirty if we're talking like live or die shit, scrapping in the backyard shit, but I won't give it to him there. If we're talking like athleticism, boxing, like I'm sure Kevin could. Yeah, I would be disgusted and exhausted. I don't know how to do that shit. Kevin would beat my ass in a legit boxing match for sure. Now, wrestling would be fun. We could do some backyard wrestling matches, and I think me and Kevin could be a good tag team. You know what I mean? Now, I would get down with some of that because that's all, there's a bit of performance with the athleticism. So, you know, while I might be winded and disgusted, I can also, you know, I'm putting on a show too, so it's a little easy. It's a little better. There's no show I can put on when I'm getting my ass handed to me in boxing. Anyways, how many Funkos are you hiding behind the curtain? No Funkos behind this curtain, but there are Funkos in the house, believe me, and they might be going to the fucking landfill with the rest of them. Danny has all the Funkos except one rare one that he's been searching for months. I can't remember what he said it was, but all of his money is tied up in Funkos. See, here we go. I love it. We've got the I started the Clout Route Clip Complex this week, and Fluffy is starting the Clout Route Conspiracy Complex this week with the Funko. All of my money is tied up in Funkos. That's actually my business. I have a mom and pop shop that is exclusively Pop Funkos. Check it out. Have I ever been in a fist fight? Yes, unfortunately. I will say I'd never been beat up. There you go. There's a Clout Route fun trivia fact. Danny's never been. Maybe I should never say never. Somebody's gonna come out with like pictures of me getting like beat in a back alley brawl or something. I mean, let's just say I've been in some scraps, okay? When you come from small town like I do, you know, small town Ohio, yeah, you get into some shit. Want to buy some of my roommates' Funkos? I don't like how they look at me. They do have interesting eyes, don't they? They're like staring into the abyss. Me versus Danny at Keem's UK event. V-dub, dude. Like Nathan Barnett says, you gotta do it with somebody you like and respect. You're probably way taller than me, probably bigger than me. Keem, set it up, dude. V-dub versus Clout Route Danny. Let's do it. Hash says, to be honest, I can't box anyone. I'm a P-word, wet ass
P-word.
I mean, I get it. Even watching it makes my body hurt. Yeah, I would get 9 times out of 10 if we're talking official boxing match. I mean, give me some. Hey, Keem sets me up with some trainers, gives me $15K to just do. Creator Clash, give me $15K to just do my thing. I'll train or whatever, and then maybe I'll show up and like, you know, not smoke a pack of cigarettes between each round there. People calling Sam a Nazi is so funny to me. So I will say, while we're talking about it, the Sam Nazi thing, when I was reading through his Wikipedia, and obviously Wikipedia isn't the end-all be-all, but I like to, you know, kind of brush up when we're talking about somebody. He donated to some questionable people. So he donated money. He has a certain right-wing political viewpoint. Let's just say that for sure. He would agree. He thinks that there's quotes of him saying he thinks that their Adult Swim show got canceled because he was a Trump fan. Who knows if that's the truth, but right-winger for sure. He donated to some questionable people, and these people have been aligned with Nazi movements and shit, I guess. Now, again, the extent of that is like I read the Wikipedia article. It noted a bit of that. It is something of note. I'm sure that there are articles to corroborate or talk about that point specifically. I don't know. I mean, it's always arguable, too. It's like, oh, they donated to some Nazi, and it's like you look into the person, and it's like, well, you know, Nazi is always the stretch, right? It's always like you're really stretching it to call somebody a Nazi most of the time. But it's not always not true. Sam Hyde is insert lefty buzzword. I mean, yeah, exactly. Nazi fits well. I used to box, but then I realized it was for the mentally ill. Why am I getting beat up for sport? Poland Spring says. I mean, that's the thing for me and sports. altogether is like, I was never a football guy because why am I going to high speed run into somebody and jumble my brain up, when it's already kind of jumbled up to begin with? Maybe I would have jostled some things right if I would have done that. Maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe that's my problem. I didn't get dropped on my head enough. You know what I mean? There's a certain point where you like, if you've gotten dropped on your head, you kind of you're at a deficiency towards everyone else. But if you do it a couple more times, it kind of like realigns and sets things right. You kind of do it with like your old Super Nintendo, just shake it around a little bit, and it works again. There you go. So maybe that's what I should have done. Oh yeah, I couldn't get punched in the head repeatedly for sport, for money, not on a regular basis. I do it once. Sam is a giant for sure. I play tennis with rich stay-at-home moms. Nice, Poland. Nice.
Doinks.
Titties.
Bruh.
They're all trophy wives. I like that. I envy your hot tennis moms. Charlie has muscles. He ain't just skinny. That's true. Charlie, Moist Critical, does have muscles. He works out. Him and Sneeko both do, I think, in some sort of capacity. That's not doxing, in my opinion. Now, yeah, that's the thing. With the Anissa mom situation, when you're online for years, whether or not you're forward with your identity, your true identity online, when you're online for years, it's a long time for people to figure it out. That's a long time for you to probably say some things, maybe even give it out yourself. And people just know over the years that that's Anissa's mom. It's hard to say that that's doxing. I agree. Andy says, hi, Andy. Danny screen prints Funkos onto blank T-shirts for a living. Yep. Vault Wanderer says, I'd be heavyweight. I'm tall and big, but I'm all blubber. Well, they can arrange a special fighting, like a special match for us. Like right now they've got Boogie and Wings in the going to get into the ring, I guess, and they've got like 1 minute rounds, specialty things going on for like fatties, so we could do that. Danny, are you a registered Democrat or are you an independent? I am a registered Democrat. Burn me alive in chat. I love it. Thank you, Jonah Hill, for teaching me being a Nazi is bad. Yeah, actually, I think Sam Hyde should just watch 21 Jump Street with Kanye, and then maybe we all.
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
Yeah,
a lot of things.
Forget that thought, actually. I'm going to move on from that. Andy Zucchini, like Smart Patrick Star episode. I'm not sure what the reference is there. Especially sports that hurt your brain. This is a solid neurological science from Danny. Shake your kids to build up resilience. See, Kia Cat knows. In the old school home remedies, if you ever drop your kid once, you better drop them for like good measure a couple more times just to make sure if anything got knocked loose in there, that it might shift back into place. Now, there may be like long-term down the line things like excruciating back pain or debilitating depression down the line from doing that, but at least they'll be able to get through 12 years of school without like shooting the place up, probably, hopefully. In Minecraft, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to get my whole stream blocked. Thanks. Let's move on. I do want to look at this Tommy C thing before we leave, and I blabber and blabber and blabber. I hope that all of it is still up here because it is great stuff, and it is, it seems like. So let's take a peek. When I saw Tommy C and Harley going back and forth, it did make me laugh. Now, this is after they have went on for a while, because eventually they went to back and forth dueling little video clips, and that's what I was really down for. So we'll give a little context here. Tommy is quote tweeting a Harley tweet where he was sharing out the contracts to like not the official contract, but contracts like the Creator Clash contract. Okay, let's see if I can get through all these words, all these C's. This is a contract like the Creator Clash contract that shows that there's certain clauses that Froggy Fresh may have broke. Okay. Well, Tommy C's quote tweeting that. He says, quote, I don't represent Creator Clash, yet all of his actions say 100% represents Creator Clash, which I would say, yeah, I mean, Harley is playing defense for show. For show. Who the fuck are you kidding? This guy's phony as fuck. I admire Tommy. Now, I don't always agree with his takes, but I do admire Tommy as one of those guys online that like has no problem even just throwing his balls on the table and saying like, look at him. You know, he calls him the fuck out. This guy's phony as fuck. So Harley goes on to say, I'm spelling it out for people like yourself, pal. I'm fighting in the event and fundraising for a charity that is important to me. So yeah, it's important to me to speak up. None of the other creators would be caught dead speaking to your ass. Now, yeah, probably. He's probably right. I mean, you would never see iDubbbz in the comments talking like this. So sure, fair enough. None of the other creators would be caught dead having these conversations. Let's listen to a bit of Tommy. And then I want to jump into a little bit of Harley coming back with the clip, which this all just makes me laugh and smile so much. Now, Tommy, I got to turn you down a little bit because I know you're a loud man.
And I'm going to make this real clear for people like me, which there's a lot more people like me that are really disappointed with people like you and iDubbbz. Make this utterly clear. I love how you keep on saying, this is really important to me. This is really important to me, to me, to me. It's about yourself. This has nothing to do with charity, dude. Everybody knows it. This is you. This is about you. Keep saying it over and over and over again.
Now, this is mostly Tommy's point here, which I think a lot of times for this thing to be realized by somebody, you have to point it out. Because, like, yeah, they are all saying, you know, it's important to me. It's important to me. And Tommy's right. And I think it's a good thing to like point it out to them. Like, look, you keep saying it. We know it's true. Like, it is all about you. There is maybe not all about you. You know, it's easy to chalk it up to like all about you, but some of it is like their ego, obviously, and their brand pushing their self forward, you know, doing more creative stuff online, doing more for themselves. There is a lot to do with the charities, of course. I mean, and Harley even explains, I don't know if we'll hear him say it, but he does explain in some of these back and forth tweets that like the charity he's donating to, he knows personally people that are affected by it's MS or something. I don't know, but he knows people personally, and that charity is a personal charity to him, sure. But all that other stuff comes along with it, like what Tommy is saying here.
What about Froggy Fresh's charity? Oh, I don't give a shit about that. That's not about me. Stop fucking pretending. Stop pretending.
For some reason, this clip is scuffed. It's like off audio.
That this is about charity. This is about you, your ego, and your relationship with iDubbbz. Nothing more, nothing less.
So, yeah, I mean, that's his point, basically. It is about Harley and them. Sure, I think that is true to an extent. And if we keep going here, Harley claps back, which... Is Harley face-tuned in this? Somebody tell me, okay? I got to look at chat real quick because I'm sure people have something to say about what Tommy just said. But chat, everybody here, Doggo, Andy, V-Dub, Kia, whoever else I saw in chat, Poland, you know, everybody. Is he face-tuned? Does he have makeup on? Is this a thing? Look at how like smooth he's looking. Like, is he face tuning all of his responses here to Tommy C online? I like that. Let's see here. Oh. Danny's side hustle is brain surgery. Yeah, you know it. Every problem in America is now Danny's fault. Thank you. He moonlights as a neurosurgeon and illegal butt shots. Lots of steroids I give out illegally, allegedly. Danny gave me arthritis. I give that out too. Danny's raking in the dough, reversing all those botched BBLs he gave out. No. Brazilian butt lifts. I don't do that. I'm not a cosmetic surgeon. I'm a brain surgeon, neurosurgeon. That's what I am. Don't stop spreading these rumors, Paulin. Can you imagine what a bad place the world would be without 21 Jump Street, Kia Cat says. I mean, yeah, we'd have a lot more Nazis, that's for sure. Ember Lily says, hey, nice to see you. Does 22 Jump Street cure racism? I wish. Kanye went from fish sticks to my name Jeff. I like that. Let's see. VW is such a gay fish. It's a filter, Danny. Get with the times. It could be a blurring filter, and yeah, looks like a filter. So, okay, yeah, I'm not with the times. I don't blur my face on. I guess I should, whatever. I should fucking doctor myself up because there's a lot of shit going on here that I'd probably benefit from that. But let's listen to Harley and his take a little bit. He's so dreamy, by the way.
What a stupid take, especially for a grown-ass man. Despicable. A fighter got fired for breaching his contract. Would I have fired him? Irrelevant. Would you have kept him? Irrelevant. Are they allowed to fire him? Yes, absolutely. So what happened? You're going to turn on charities? You're going to try and make it like it's all about me? I turned down a $150,000 boxing match to box in this instead. So yeah, the charity is important to me. It's MS Society, and I have multiple people in my life that are affected by it. Sorry, that doesn't fit your bitter fucking angle over here, pal. Sorry, it's not fitting for your narrative, but yeah, I'm boxing for charity. It's a good cause, and it's going down no matter what.
So, I do want to make it clear, which, I mean, there you go. What a stupid fucking take. I mean, I've always been a fan of Harley. You've seen me on here with the bacon strip shirt before. I got it signed and everything, dude. I've been an old school fan of Harley. That doesn't mean he's not wrong in this case. Or does it? I don't know. I'm not saying he's wrong or right, or Tommy's wrong or right. I enjoy to see their back and forth. I do think that maybe what he said in the midst of all that, what they both think is kind of irrelevant. It's just fun to see them go back and forth. Here's Tommy again.
I didn't address what I said. What I'm saying is, this is not about charity. Let me spell it out for you. You're lying. This is about you. Don't tell me I don't care about kids with MS. You don't care about kids with MS.
He's such like a. Again, this goes to what I'm saying. Like, he will call it as he sees it. I love it. He cracks me up with the way he says it.
You don't. This is about you.
And he's so like. I don't think he's actually. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know Tommy C that well, but I don't think he's actually upset or mad about it. But the way he goes about drilling him in this video is very like. He seems fucking.
Oh, and here's the thing. Who's fucking? Like, I can almost prove it. You pulled out a morals clause to justify throwing this guy off. A morals clause. So I can say without a doubt, objectively, that you don't fucking care.
Which is true. I mean, like, again, it all is kind of whose side do you fall on and all this. Should we watch one more Harley clip? Let's watch one more.
And I turned down a $150,000 offer to box for the MS Society because my best friend of my whole life has MS, and someone who was married into my family has MS. So it's really important to me, and you need to stop being so...
He has like anime eye filter on or something. Am I right? Like, what is this?
So angry. Why are you spitting all over your camera while you talk?
I love the subtle like ends that they both get on each other too. And then one said the other one was old or something, you know, washed up, hack, liar, blah, blah, blah. They keep going back and forth. Why do you keep spitting at the camera? I love it. I love it.
That's the difference.
This is what Kevin talks to me about all the time, right? Like, this is the hype thing. This is wrestling hype, right? We're getting hyped. It's getting me hyped. It's funny.
The difference between you and I as grown-ass men is I'm not sitting here literally spitting like an angry child throwing a tantrum over it. MS is very important to me. Sorry that bothers you. I'm sorry that it doesn't make this an easy, evil story. It's not ego. It's not about that. It's about the charity that I'm fundraising for.
And, you can see here, Tommy goes again. There's probably another one below, another one. We're not going to go through all that. But, God, just dang, man. As much as I hate to tread creator clash over and over again, and boxing and all this shit, it's just like, whether they did it inadvertently or not, all of this has stirred up a lot of hype and a lot of controversy and talk about it all, and it's funny to me. I love it. I mean, this kind of reminds me of why I liked wrestling as like a kid, was because of all the shit talking and bullshit that they do on the outskirts. I don't really care when they finally get in the ring and slam each other with chairs a couple of times. I mean, it is cool to watch them do that, but when it comes to the show, the drama is where it's at. I forgot that we were going to watch some of this Sam Hyde compilation. I kind of moved on from that. Maybe we won't, because I've been here for about an hour. Let's see. His skin is so perfect. Kia Cat says, yeah, I would agree. We love a natural egg, Andy says. If not, I need his skincare routine ASAP, Doggo says. We know you don't use a filter. You don't even have the right focal length on your camera. Shut up, Poland. Okay, like, I like the wideness of it. It captures a lot. Sometimes it makes my head look like Donkey Kong, somebody said in the comments, but my head naturally looks like Donkey Kong, so it really doesn't bother me that much. Does it make him look like a bitch? Irrelevant. CJ Brown needs to box me, Ember Lily says. I would have loved to see CJ Brown in a boxing match. It would have been cool. Him and Bunk. I don't know why they didn't reset it back up, because Keem's too sensitive about his former gay porn days. I mean, Michael Knowles embraces that shit, Keem. Think about that. Michael Knowles has a political career. Well, at least a political, like, he talks about politics. And that guy fully embraces the short film days where he was in, little gay short films. So, Keem, you shouldn't be ashamed of anything that you did on the train tracks or whatever that clip was, It's nothing's wrong with that. I'm going to challenge CJ, Ember says, so let's see it happen. Danny's favorite show used to be the Bad Girls Club because of the verbal arguments. I don't know what the Bad Girls Club is, but if it has verbal arguments, I might like it. Yeah, maybe you should send that my way. My friend was on Bad Girls Club. Holy shit. So we've got some craziness going on in the chat. Should we do a tier list really quick? Am I interested? Am I entertained by that? Oh, fuck. I do want to look at the one that I had. Okay, so like I was talking to you guys before when I was saying stuff about the tier lists. Clout Route Podcast official tier list is this old one I had. So you click on this here, and it's got all of these. There's also been all these people that we talked about before. I'll go through a hyperdrive if I can remember who these people are. Is this Addison Rae or something? Or I don't know what her name is. We'll put her D tier because I don't care. Alex Jones, S tier. Amaranth, A tier. Amy Schumer. What am I ranking? What am I ranking exactly? Celebrities and how much they suck or don't. That's what we're ranking. Because guess what? I don't even care about this, honestly. I just want to do a quick tier list before I leave because it's funny. I can talk shit about multiple individuals very quickly. Amy Schumer sucks. D. Aziz. Why do we talk about Aziz? Because he has a mirror above his bed, okay? Aziz Ansari has a mirror above his bed for when he has people over and has relations in his bed, he can see it happening. Interesting, huh? Aziz Ansari? C. Not too bad. Ben Shapiro. Are we kidding? Benny boy. No, we'll put Benny up on a C because at least I can get some C for content, at least. D means dumpster. Don't care. Bert Kreischer. We'll put him at a, I think Bert's pretty funny. A. I want to see this, Machine movie. It's going to be good. Bobby Lee Tijuana joke puts him at S tier. Maybe not. Chetina. Oh, where's my
Psych!
Damn, I should have put him at like A tier and then said psych. That's what I should have did, but we'll put Chetina at B. Chetina doesn't bother me too much. Dave Portnoy, D for Dave. Elon Musk. We'll put Elon at C tier for content. Ethan Klein, we'll put him at S tier to piss everyone off just because I like Teddy Fresh. Hassan too. Did you think any differently? Oh, Hillary Duff. We'll put Hillary Duff C for content because she was mad that her neighbors were smoking weed, and she did not like that at all. And she sounded off on Instagram about how her neighbors smoked way too much weed. Keep Bobby S tier? Okay, you convinced me. But yeah, when we talked about Hillary Duff, it was because she was upset that her neighbors were smoking too much weed. C tier. Think about that, Keem. Is it true about Michael Knowles? Yeah, Michael Knowles was in some sexual short films back in the day. S is good. I don't know why. Danny is ranking these people based on how Republican they are. I like that. Okay, let's say that. This is a tier list based on how Republican they are. Which means Hillary Clinton has to go in S tier for ranking how Republican they are, and D is the most Republican. Hillary Clinton, S tier, baby. Lock her up. That dirty Democrat. Keep her at S tier. I like that. What the fuck is this chick's name? Hillary Swank? Swank? Right? No? I don't know. I don't even remember why we talked about her. Guess what? D for Dank. Hillary Dank. James Charles. C for content. Of course. Didn't take much convincing on the Bobby Lee thing. I mean, I'm easily swayed on Bobby, dude. I got on Luke's podcast and they swayed me to hate him. But, you know, he got brought up on this tier list and V-Dub said put him at the top. And I was like, you know what? I'm easily swayed. It sucks. Somebody needs to lock him up, too. Maybe that's what the S tier is. Lock them up. How about that? Chat, sound off if you like that better. S tier is actually stick them in a jail cell. We've got Alex Jones, Ethan Klein, Hassan Piker, Bobby Lee, and Hillary Clinton. Now I like that. Fuck. What is fucking let's get loud? Let's get loud. What's this dude? This British. I hate him. C for content because he sucks. Jeff Bezos. B for bald Jesus. A tier, of course. S tier, of course. Joe Rogan. We've got C for content because he's content brained. Keemstar. Should I put him right next to Ethan? Who has Keemstar and Ethan next to each other on any tier list ever whatsoever? Me, baby. Me. And they're S tier. S tier. Never say that I'm not a Keemstar fan. Ruben. Mark Ruben. What was he doing that we were talking about him on the podcast once upon a time? Who knows? D for dumbass rich guy that has way too much money. Mark Maron. We'll put him at A. Another good comedian. Move Jesus up right now. He's at S. Jesus is at S. James Corden. That's the guy. And James Corden goes right in C for content because he's willing to go out in traffic and shake his junk at passerbys. So there we go. Mark Wahlberg. That's why he's on here. Mark Wahlberg. And Mark Wahlberg will go in B tier for Mark Wahlberg. We've got the AI, the alien himself. I don't even know. He's definitely not human. Zuckerberg. Zuckerberger. We'll put B for burger. Okay? Don't love him. Don't hate him. Because, you know, sometimes he gives out some good content, but he's not as bad as James Corden. I'll say that. We've got the glove doesn't fit himself. S tier, right next to Jesus. We've got Philly D. We'll put Philly D at D tier for Philly dumbass. No, A tier. I like Philly. Quentin Tarantino, we'll put him at B for made some good movies, made some good moments where he's shitting on people on TV and acting like an insane person. Went on Bill Maher's podcast quite a few times.
Well, you couldn't say shit if you had a mouthful.
If you need a penis, take a penis. If you have a penis, give a penis.
You know how it goes. Satan actually will put, you like how I arranged that a little better? Jesus and Satan can be right next to each other too, just like Ethan Klein and Keemstar. We've got Stone Cold Steve Austin. By the way, after I'm done doing this, I'm going to share this out as the official commentary tier list. Stone Cold Steve Austin, S tier, duh. The Rock, not as cool, A tier. Then we have, I think this is Trisha doing blackface. Trisha Paytas doing blackface. We'll put that at A tier. Vin Diesel. We'll put Vin Diesel at D for Diesel Nuts. We've got Wendy Williams, of course, A tier because she is a queen. And we've got Whitney Cummings goes in A tier with all the other comedians. So, boom. Check it out. My official commentary tier list. Boom. Clip it now. Share it online. You heard it here first. Alex Jones is S tier always. Let's see what chat has to say about the tier list. James Corden isn't real, Poland says. Jesus should be off the charts. He's on the charts, and he's at the top. Z for Zuck. I wish I had a Z category. Let's see. What up, Twitter world? I love OJ's Twitter. OJ's Twitter lands him at a soft S for soft. Poor Mark. He's a good dude. Mark Cuban, I mean, you know, Mark Cuban does do that like thing where doesn't he do the healthcare thing where he's trying to help people with a bunch of healthcare? We'll put him at B. B for Mark Cuban. Sorry, Cuban. Satan better be D. Yeah, right. Satan rules. S tier, Jesus and Satan out of fear. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm not trying to go to hell, okay? But I do like Satan. Dude, that still haunts me. Every time I stop at a red light, I brace to be annoyed by James Corden in a rat suit. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Yeah, and Jesus is part of the commentary community. I mean, who was the first person to do it, honestly? Jesus came down. Jesus was born or whatever. No, he didn't come down, right? He was born. Jesus was born into the world. He grew up into a man who commented on everything he saw. When he saw water, he turned it to wine. He commented on water and said, you know what? It doesn't get you drunk enough. Then he turned it to wine. When he saw water, a large watery mass in front of him, he decided, you know what? I'll comment on water. I'll walk right over you. That's how I'll comment on you. I'll walk on you. And he walked right over it. So, I mean, original commentary community started with Jesus and that table and all of his friends there. And they were commenting on how depraved and disgusting humanity was. You could say, there's a world where you could say Jesus and his crew were the original Clout route, and me and Kevin actually kind of, you know, ripped the idea off a little bit. We kind of ripped Jesus's idea off just a little bit with our commentary thing and calling out the bad things in society. You know, rest in peace to the one, the only Jesus. Trisha and Wendy, not S. They can go at A tier. That's fine. I mean, we've got enough S's. I don't know if I can, in good conscience, put Wendy or Trisha next to Steve Austin. Pick a side, Danny, Jesus or Satan. I mean, I like both. Both strong men. It's like if I was into that kind of thing, like Jesus would be like the Twinkie, like, you know, guy that I go for there with the cute Twinkie aesthetic. And then the devil, Satan, is my beefy bear that I go to, you know, when I need that love too. So, you know, hypothetically, of course. Hypothetically, of
Wet
course.
ass P word.
James Corden is the manifestation of our collective anxiety about the future. James Corden shaking his junk at me in public would be the worst thing to ever happen to me in public. The most embarrassing thing to ever happen to me in public. In fact, I hope that never happens. But if it does, I will record it and I will show you guys, and I'll put in a little clip because the Clout clip complex has started. Now, if you haven't seen it already, go check out the clip I did the other day from the podcast that we did on Sunday. I've got another one premiering tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled. More Clout clips to come. Always doing shorts because I have silly short ideas all the time, like, stepping to Poland short I did the other day. If anybody steps to Poland, you can see the short that I did the other day and realize that you may turn around and do something else because you don't want to hear it from me. Chat one last time, and then I'm getting the F out of here, okay? Kia Cat says he was the original commentator. Don't ignore SatanCon question. Did you buy the tickets? I have not gotten tickets to SatanCon or to the Juggalo Fest or whatever. Gathering of the Juggalos. I need to get on it. Kevin and I are Jesus's disciples. That is true. I mean, of course. Could you say it any better? Let's say hi and bye to everyone in the chat, and we will have such a great afternoon after such a great morning show. Formal Ghost, Team Rocket Cam, nice to see you. Kevin Nevick, of course, the Gobbledygoozy. Doggo, Poland Spring, Kia Cat, I might have already said that, but it kind of rhymes, so I'll say it again. Poland Springs, Mel, VW Hash. Andy was in here somewhere. I know I saw her. That may be everybody. Amber Lily, of course. Don't forget, just as important as everyone else, Miss Amber Lily. And that is everyone. And that is all today. And I will love to catch you guys on Sunday. Maybe. I think hold out for an official tweet, but I think something may be weird about this week's episode. Like, we might not do it on Sunday, but hold tight. That's definitely not official. You can probably plan on Sunday, but if anything changes, I will let everybody know. Love to see you.